What's going on YouTube? This is Arjuna coming at you with another video, episode number 3 in the State of Subliminals video series. I'm about to break down into pretty much as much detail as I know and I have about Subliminal Club audios. Thank you to everybody who has been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. You guys are the bomb.com. You guys give me the reason to continue making these videos because I actually have something worth contributing to the rest of the world. So thank you guys for making me feel like my rambling actually has substance and value to you guys. So episode number 3 is the State of Subliminals, Subliminal Club. What exactly is Subliminal Club? Who are they? Where did it all start from? What kind of subliminals do they make? Based on my first 2 videos, I just really talked about Subliminal Talk and Subliminal Shop, which is owned by Shannon Madison of Indigo Mind Labs, and I kind of made references here and there to Subliminal Club, but I didn't really dive deep into it, and some of you on the first and second series episodes have actually asked me, what about Subliminal Club? Talk about Subliminal Club. So here we are. Let's dive right into it. Subliminal Club is owned by 2 people. They're good friends of mine, and we're actually part of a mastermind group that we work together, we discuss things together, business, magic, and all this other stuff that go into developing our life and becoming better human beings and better men in general on this planet Earth, providing value for other people. So in the things that we talk about, a lot of it is all personal development related. Like, how do we become better people? Like I said earlier, how do we become better men and better human beings? A lot of this has to do with what is commonly referred to as alpha male or ascended alpha, or like just men who really want to create and are trying to make something in this world. And based on that, the foundation of a lot of their subliminals, in fact, all of them, it's safe to say, for me to say that the foundation of all their subliminals is to unlock who they really are, who you really are in your core, and that's how their subliminals work. They don't really reprogram you into something that forces you to be something that you're not already. The way that they script their subliminals, and I've had the blessing to be able to take a peek at some of their scripts, and it's freaking phenomenal, if I must say so myself. Like, these dudes are geniuses. And I'm not just saying that because they're my friends. I mean, they're pretty damn smart. And their background is incredible. Like, I won't go into their background. That's their business. And they prefer to be anonymous for reasons that they have, personal reasons. But from what I know about them, man, they're really, really, really incredible. So their subliminals help you unlock who you really are at your core. There's other subliminal companies out there, and even Subliminal Shop, to a certain extent, they make their subliminals in a way that makes you, it reprograms you or programs you into being somebody that you're not necessarily already on the path to becoming. So the thing with subliminal clubs is that they basically make the script so amorphous and polymorphic to a degree, to where it helps you unlock who you really are. And I know I keep mentioning that, but let's say, for instance, I have this archetype, right? This is the framework of how I operate. The subliminal clubs, the subliminals out there that are not Subliminal Club, they basically try to program you into an archetype that is outside, maybe over here, of your archetype. So basically, in order to get from who you are and your potential, in order to become something over here, which is something else, reprogramming you into that, you're going to have a lot of work, a lot of turmoil, a lot of resistance, a lot of shifting that needs to occur. You will notice that you shift a lot, and you'll notice these shifts, and you'll feel the shifts as you go from here to your archetype, from your archetype to over here. The thing with Subliminal Club is they take your archetype, they make your subconscious understand your archetype, and it helps you unlock the best things about yourself and curb your worst things about yourself within this archetype. So it's not really influencing anything that outside of who you already are or who you already can become. It makes the essence of who you are. It takes the good, it magnifies the good, right? And it takes the bad, and it helps you clear away the bad. A lot of their clearing stuff isn't really clearing, it's really just removal. Well, I guess that is kind of clearing, but it's not clearing in the sense where you have to heal from your past traumas. Your subconscious really does it automatically by how the subliminals are scripted, because it's getting you to move forward and to become who you already can be. And because these subliminals from Subliminal Club are scripted in such a way that is already within your framework and within your archetype. It's real easy to mistake it for not working. So in the first month that I listened to Ascended Mogul, I actually was wondering if something was even going on under the hood. It was so weird because it didn't feel like anything, I didn't feel like I was shifting. I didn't feel like I was changing. I didn't feel like my reality was changing. I didn't even feel tired in the morning, which I was used to feeling when listening to Subliminal Shop's Subliminals, because it's just so much dense information being bombarded into my brain that makes the execution phase, and I've mentioned the execution phase in a previous video. I'll link it down below. So in Subliminal Shop's audios, it's so dense that I'm wake up tired thinking, and I know full well that's how I know my brain was in overdrive overnight, because of how much information was being bombarded and how tired I am in the morning. I did not experience that with Subliminal Club, so I was even wondering if it was even working for a while, and that's what raised a lot of questions. And I'm gonna be honest, like I thought nothing was happening until I got a sale on my affiliate website. It's the craziest thing, because I've had these articles, I've had these videos up for, I want to say it had already been 2 years by this point. This was 2017, or was it 2018? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've had this website, and I've had these videos up for either a year or 2 years, and it hadn't made a single dollar. It hadn't made a single dollar, and I was paying for hosting, I was paying for domain, I was paying all this stuff to maintain my website that wasn't making any money. And like, I was actually like, just a month before that, I almost didn't renew my hosting. And I'm so glad that I did renew my hosting. My mindset was that, you know what, if this is an investment, I have to make sure I see this through till the end. If I don't make any money for it and I just spend money trying to make this business, at least I'm going to learn something from it. So I'm not going to take a complete loss. There's no such thing as a complete loss. I'm at least going to gain something from it, or I'm going to learn that there's what not to do, basically. So I'm so glad that I renewed this hosting, because a month into listening to, or maybe 2 weeks to a month into listening to Ascended Mogul, I experienced that sale. I got a notification on my PayPal that a sale had been made. I was like, hold up. It's been years since this has been sitting there. These videos and these articles have been sitting there, and it hadn't made a single sale. But all of a sudden, I got a sale from within the time period that I'm listening to Ascended Mogul. I started looking back, and I started thinking back to the past couple weeks, and I was like, you know what? I really have been hustling a little bit more. And I was working from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. for about a couple weeks straight. And that's like a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours to be working. And during the day, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I was working on office stuff. I was working in the office department, like things I normally do, business building and sales and things like that. After 5 o'clock, I went back to the production warehouse, and we were really late on a lot of orders. So I went back there, and I was like, okay, I'm going to help us catch up. I learned how to operate the machines. I learned the industry. I learned what exactly goes into the science behind making this work. And it was like that for a couple of weeks, and then I hit that sale, and I was thinking to myself, okay, it may have felt like nothing was happening, but you know what? Things were happening. I was looking back on, and I wasn't keeping a journal, and I think if I was keeping a journal, it would be a lot easier to see the results. But that right there, man, was really confirmation that the Subliminal Club's audios were working. So I continued listening for about a month and a half to 2 months more after that day that I got that sale. And let me tell you, like, those affiliate sales started picking up. They started like really coming through. And I was wondering to myself, how come I don't feel different? How come I don't feel like I'm shifting anywhere? Then I realized that's not what Subliminal Club audios are meant to do. They're not meant for you to feel this crazy shift, but it makes it so that your reality aligns to your desired lifeline based on the framework and path that you're already on. It doesn't put something in your path that is so far out of your path. Like, it doesn't put something in your life that is so far out of your path that it has to take so much crazy energy to shift your life into that lifeline, into that desired reality. Because that's not how Subliminal Club's audios work. It works with what you already have and makes it better using what you already have within you. And that's the coolest thing. That's how excess pheromones work. You know, it doesn't really make you project something that you're not. It makes you project the best of who you are. And that's what Subliminal Club audios do, man. And it's just really cool because not taxing on the mind, it's not taxing on the body, and it's just all out works. I have a couple other videos that are interviews with people who have used Subliminal Club audios, and we're all part of this mastermind group, and that we have all been together working on different projects simultaneously, and we all have this communication with each other that's like a brotherhood. So when they started having these crazy results, and let me tell you, like the people that they were before I made these videos and before I interviewed them, they were completely different people. Like the way that they were describing, you can even tell in the videos. Like just watch them. Like it's on my channel. They're Subliminal Club audio reviews. If you listen to how much excitement that they speak in their interviews, like you can tell like they're really experiencing some life-changing results from these subliminals. That's a really awesome thing. So here we are, right? I listened to Subliminal Club audio, the Ascended Mogul, for 2 months, and it started working. And I started getting money, and that money kept coming. And it was kind of crazy because this is back a couple years ago when I was listening to Subliminal Club for the first time, and that what that gave me was the confidence that my friends can make some good-ass subliminals. So they keep making more subs, right? They keep making more, they keep scripting more, and they're coming out with subliminals back to back to back to back. First it was Ascension, then it was Mogul, then it was Ascended Mogul, which is a combination of those two. Then they came out with Emperor, which was incredible. Like the amount of raw power that I felt within me, I'm like chest beating because it's like, that's what the alpha males do of the male social kingdom, right? So like the male human kingdom, animal kingdom. But that's what Emperor really does. It takes you to the inner man of who you are and makes you feel like you are the emperor of your own reality. It's like the coolest thing ever because I felt like I was on top of the world, and it wasn't shifting me into a reality that was outside of what I was already capable of. Wealth, success, and alpha status was already in my path because if I looked at my life and the way it was going in the direction that I wanted it to. But there were variables that they were not outside my control. They were inside my control, that I wasn't capable or conscious of how I could change to make it fit my desired reality. What Emperor did was it unlocked those aspects that were at the time locked, unlocked them and allowed me to exhibit and embrace the person and the status and the alphaness, basically, of who I was capable of. And that's one of the coolest things about Subliminal Club. Like I said, man, I've mentioned it a couple times already. They unlock what is already within you, but that is locked. It's basically like an achievement. In Xbox 360, you see like that achievement unlocked. That's kind of how it is. Like you're going about your life, you're living your day-to-day life, and all of a sudden you say something or you do something that's outside of what you normally say, but it's something that is so within your character that it's not incongruent with who you are. And that's what Subliminal Club audios are. It's reprogramming you in a way that is already in your path, in your destiny, in the way that you're going in life. So fast forward a few more months, they're coming out with program after program after program. It's crazy. They had the Wealth of Gold program come out just a few months ago. They had Khan come out just a few months ago. They started making these multi-stagers, which is what if you know anything about Subliminal Shop, they've had multi-stage subliminals for years. I think even before I started using subliminals, which was 2014, even before that, when they had Alpha Male 5, I believe that was a 6-stage subliminal too. And then comes Alpha Male 6, which is a 6-stage subliminal. That's my first subliminal that I ever used. That was 6-month program. Then SM3, Sex Magnet 3, which was another 6-month program. Those are multi-stage programs. And the way that Subliminal Club's multi-stage programs is they're not a linear subliminal company where you have to listen to A before you listen to B, before you listen to C, before you listen to D. It's not like that. The way Subliminal Club works is that you can mix and you can match all kinds of subliminals, and you can actually do whatever you want. That's what they encourage. That's the difference between Subliminal Club and Subliminal Shop. Subliminal Shop is very powerful. Don't get me wrong. They're incredibly powerful. They've given me some of the most life-changing results I've ever experienced in my life. But the thing with Subliminal Shop is that they have a very linear direction which you need to listen to the subliminal. If you're listening to Alpha Male 6, for instance, let's say, for instance, I actually wanted to listen to Sex Magnet 3, and that's wanted to be my first subliminal, but I was reading in the instructions, and I was reading over and over and over again on the forum that you have to do AM6, Alpha Male 6 first. And that was a little bit of a turnoff, but like I was thinking about it, and remember reading that being an alpha male is something that you should already want. It should already be something that you strive towards and that you in the direction that you want to be in life. So I didn't have a problem running Alpha Male 6. So what I did was I ran Alpha Male 6, and after that, I finally ran the program that I want, which is after 6 months. I had to wait to run SM3, Sex Magnet 3. The thing with Subliminal Club is you don't have to wait all that time. If you want to run a program, run it. Thing with Subliminal Shop, you can't mix and match Subliminal. So if you want to listen to DMSI and Emotional Healing and Pain Relief Aid 3, or E3 for short, you can't. In fact, after listening to DMSI, if you even listen once, one track, if you listen to the track once, that 1 hour track once, you have to wait a whole 30-something days, around 30 days, before you can even listen to E3. Because you have to let your brain rest. And the reason is because it's so freaking powerful. Like, the subliminals are really that powerful. That affects so deeply into your subconscious, and it lasts so long after you stop listening, that you need to have all that gap before you start working on another concept using a different subliminal. And that's just goes to show you how the technology has advanced. But with Subliminal Club, they encourage you to experiment. They encourage you to mix subliminals. They encourage you to try something that other subliminal companies tell you not to do. Because that's what their business model is all about. That's their mindset. That's what they are all about. You know, my friends, they are all about open experimentation, taking control of your life in however way that you feel like. And if that means you want to combine two subliminals, go for it. They made their scripts so amorphous, I think I'm using the wrong word. They made it so polymorphic or ambiguous that your subconscious can use what it has, the information that it has, and the data it's acquired over the years. It can use the framework that it has and fill in the blanks in your life to take you to the place that you want to go, based on what the script dictates. It doesn't say something to the degree of, as a man, I am going to be way more alpha than every other alpha in the room. It doesn't say something like that. And I'm not at liberty to disclose the script because it's trade secret. But I have peeked into it, and the way that it works is it's ambiguous enough to where it allows your subconscious to pick and pull the words that it chooses, that it sees fit for your desired reality. Your subconscious knows what it wants already. Your subconscious knows what it's capable of already. It's a master computer that can execute these crazy programs that we put into our brain using audio subliminals by hitting that play button every night. So that's the thing with Subliminal Club, right? They are so open, and they play nicely with other concepts too. The thing with Subliminal Shop, you really can't do meditation, you can't do manifestation, you can't do law of attraction, you can't do EFT, which is I forgot what EFT stands for, but it's basically tapping, because it's another form of programming. But with Subliminal Club, they don't bar you from doing anything. That you do whatever you feel like, man. Like, if it's gonna work, if you think it might work, try it. Worst thing you're gonna experience is that it doesn't work, and you report back on their forum that, hey, this didn't work. And everybody else is like, thank you guys for the information, thank you. Now I know what not to do. But even then, what works for one person might not work for another person. And Subliminal Club encourages you to experiment that and find out for yourself that if it doesn't work for you, at least you figured it out. Make that mistake and find out, and the worst thing that can happen is you'll find out what doesn't work. But that's not all bad, right? Because you can actually take that information and turn it into something good. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video. That's episode 3 of the State of Subliminals on Subliminal Club. Next video, I'm not sure what you want to hear about. Let me know in the comments, man. Let me know. What do you want to hear about? What about subliminals do you want to hear about? That's it from me, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Peace.